it it was weird because like, all right, so story time. So when I was 15, I was babysitting for her every day. That's how I met Nikki Williams. You know her. So I was up in apartment with my aunt for every day, and then she got this job doing janitorial across the street from the Sam's Club apartments. You know which ones I'm talking about? The ones right there off of like Academy, like the old Sam's Club. Yeah, so she had an apartment up there. Now she at first it was kind of like she was just kind of telling me she had a ghost, you know what I'm saying? And then I went to her house, you know, I'm babysitting the kid and I experienced the ghost. And like this motherfucker, I took a shower and there was a dream catcher above her toilet. And there were on the dream catcher there were shells that kind of formed a V at the bottom, and the first one at the very bottom pulled back and hit the wall. And then the second two did the same thing. Okay? Now, that shit's going on. I'm like, you know what? Fuck this place. I don't even like this place. Like, I'm dealing with all that. So I'm babysitting her kid. And 4 o'clock in the morning comes by. She ain't been there all day. I call the cops. I'm like, hey, something's wrong. She hasn't come home for her kid. She wouldn't do this. Like, I don't know. I don't understand what's going on. Yada yada. I have a life to live on my own, but I don't want to leave this kid. And so they come and give Emmanuel to my aunt Faye, which is her sister. Now, after that, the cops had nothing to say to me. They didn't want to tell me what they're investigating. They didn't want to tell me why they were investigating what they were investigating. All they told me is they was gonna put a bench warrant out for her, not even a missing persons, a bench warrant to see if that would call her out of the uh, the system, I guess, the trippy system, I guess. And so I'm like, all right, you know what? That might cause her to do that because you know she's been like keeping up on her governmental shit. So then they put that bench warrant out. Nothing. For a whole 2 weeks, nothing. So I call them again. They're like, why didn't you call in the first 24 hours? So I said, because the cops had told me that they were putting a bench warrant out instead of a missing persons. And they said, oh, well, that's your problem. And so a couple weeks go by. I'm like, you know, my aunt still ain't showed up. And she was talking hella crazy. There's ghosts, there's military people after her, this and that. I witnessed a ghost for myself, so I can't say she's crazy. And they're like, well, there's nothing we could do for you, yada yada. Like, you're just gonna have to try and figure out where she went on your own. I'm like, but this is a missing persons report. You guys are supposed to do something. And they said, well, it seems to me as if she just kind of wanted to get away. And ever since then, I've never had it like figured out. Like, I can't figure out exactly why she would want to go away, knowing that she has a kid, knowing that I'm here babysitting her kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't just like, uh, oh, I'm gonna just disappear. I'm here watching her kid while she went to work type shit. And she just wasn't there.
Honestly, bro, I don't even know what to make of that, dude. Like, cause I'm open to fucking everything in the world, but just that trash.
Like, what would you do if that was, say that was your mom or something, and you had to,
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm thinking of, man. It's just.
Like, and they're not even willing to look, like, not willing to put out a missing persons report so everybody knows, look out for this lady. Like, even if it was an armed and dangerous,
Like past,
she,
like,
she has no felonies, dog. She had driving tickets, and that's it. And she got a job doing janitorial at this military company across the street from the Sam's Club, in fact. And 3 weeks later, she was missing.
so how could that have fucking, like, I honestly, right,
I'm stumped too, Jacob.
yeah, it's dumb, right?
Like, I was 16 when this happened, and I've been stumped since I was 16 about this. That's a whole 10 years ago. My aunt
So
still
what,
to this day has never came up in a police report, has never came up in a fucking murder report, has never came up in anything. And I look daily, you know what I'm saying? Like, women dead. Okay, let me check that out. Like, I need to know. And there's just nothing about her since the day she disappeared. Uh-oh. Your Wi-Fi's fucking up. Why is your Wi-Fi doing this? Yeah, I don't understand. It's really hard to understand. And I don't know, I feel like it's made me want to go into like a more psycho trip or something. Oh, Jacob. This guy's so fucking funny, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. My, my, so I posted on my Facebook, I was like, you see something and instantly think of me. What are you looking at? And my old coworker, he's like, you, bro. I'm just looking at you. I was like, well, when I think of you, I think of hard dicks and helicopters, 'cause that's what's up.
Bro,
He said, thanks, man. I am a pretty good hard dicked helicopter. I fucking love this guy.
you have no medicine. Dude, before I forget, I'm still, I found like 50,000 miles with no iPhone. So, you're talking about the land, right?
Yeah.
So, you're stumped, and I'm stumped too. My only answer is fucking being, what if she fucking no clips out of reality, bro?
What do you mean?
You know what the Mandela effect is?
Like how there's a million effects to a single effect that happen?
No, in the sense that like the Mandela effect of like reality switching, bro. Like the fact that there is an infinite amount of realities, and that
Oh, so you're saying she just hopped over to a different reality.
but like in that sense, but the only thing that would like confuse me about that is, but like that's just it's just a weird fucking theory because like I said, you're stumped, I'm fucking stumped. I have no sense to make out of it, and there's nothing cool about any of that shit, you
Right.
know.
That's why I've
This
been
is like
stumped for 10 years.
no logical fucking thing for any of that. Hello, do you hear me?
Yeah, I'm here, dog.
Oh,
I
dude.
walked a little
I don't
far
know why
away. That
my
was my
shit just
fault.
showed up again and said connect to the internet, so I thought it cut out. Because last time it did that, I was talking for a solid fucking minute before I realized you couldn't fucking hear me. Dude, I
I
was
did the
going
same
in and
thing
I was like,
too.
hello? Like, what the fuck?
And then you're
But,
ting.
yeah, I was like, what the fuck? But, yeah, in that sense that, like, because I don't know, because, like, they were talking about, like, the GameStop being, like, Tiffany Stretch, like, disappeared in, and
Yeah,
maybe she got disappeared.
yeah.
That is a thing. That happens, but like, I don't know. That's so odd.
But so what drives me nuts about it is the fact that 3 weeks before she disappeared, she started working for something military,
Yeah, but like,
and not
the
but
problem.
check it out. So as a janitor, you have to clean in areas that most people aren't allowed to see. And then what if she
Yeah, because
what
well, living in a hospital, I was allowed like everywhere in there, bro. Except for probably the laundry.
right. Now what if you had seen something that you weren't supposed to have seen and you didn't want it out? Then
Bro, why would she fucking like tell you like yeah, go to some shit and like tell you about like the hospital
it
policy?
wasn't just me. It was me, my sister Star,
But why wouldn't she tell anybody about what like if that was a thing and she did go see something she wasn't supposed to see? Like why would she tell you?
and that's my thing is like why wouldn't she tell me? She's told me everything else and been truthful as fuck. But why would she not tell me what's going on to the fact that she's about to disappear?
Oh,
That
yeah, no, that's just
that's the
fucking weird.
bothersome problem, bro. And I've been thinking and thinking and thinking.
What do you think this bothers you about this?
You know, if it means I could see my aunt again, I'd love it. But I'd miss my daughter. That's the thing.
I don't know, man. I don't know, but I don't know who you're missing who. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but at the same time, how do you feel about death, dog? That's a fun question to get into.
Dog, and I know I should accept that. It's not, I don't know, man, because, like, I tell myself I'm not scared of dying,
Right.
right? But the one time I almost blasted off DMT and felt like dying, and I was fucking terrified. got.
Right.
And I felt it, and I was fucking terrified. And that's what freaked me out of that is I couldn't accept it, and I couldn't sit there and accept that shit.
Yeah.
And I was so fucking terrified because
Oh, bro, now that we work together, we're way more likely to do DMT together.
huh?
I said now that we work together, I want you to know how much more likely we are to do DMT together.
Oh, dude, I'll introduce you to. Fuck, man. I got somewhere to introduce you to. Now you work with me. We got a spot. We can go to, and it'll be fun, bro. I got you. I don't want to talk about it over fucking.
Yeah, over all this.
Yeah, but yeah, I'll talk to you about it. All right.
Fuck
But
yeah.
no, dude, you're fun with the drugs, and yeah, like I try not so much to accept it because like when I was in that gospel, a lot of people talk about them getting it,
I
and it's like, dude,
love
I've
that
never been there.
show.
Oh, dude, it's fucking amazing, man. Dude, I've watched this like
The
three,
death
four times.
episode hit me so hard.
Dude, I fucking man, I watched that shit all the way through on my this ass night, and it was just fucking amazing, man.
Dude,
Like I
trying to
can't
watch
watch
that
that
shit
shit by myself,
sober
bro.
is just like,
Bro, that last episode, dude, me and my buddy Dustin, dude, we were just sitting there like, dude, we were like both in tears, but we're just not fucking saying it because we had already watched it before.
yeah.
But we like sat there on acid one night, like we didn't watch Midnight Gospel all the way through, and fucking got to that last episode, dude, and we're just sitting there like on the couch, we ended up looking him up, like, dude, I love you so much. Fucking Clancy, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, that shit, like, even, yeah, dude, that shit makes me tear up, bro. I'm like, oh my god, dude. And just the backstory behind that shit, dude, is so fucking
Dude, it really that episode where he's like walking with his mom through the whole fucking thing and her
that's like the last one.
yeah, and he's like dying but she's like getting
So,
young again and then he's
so,
dying.
bro, you know, okay, so Clancy, right? That's Duncan Trussell, right? He's the dude, right?
Right.
He's got like a podcast with Joe Rogan, and so those episodes, so we kind of like every episode, and it's all crazy animation, but he's really in depth with talks.
Yeah, super in
Um,
depth.
so those are all actual podcasts that Duncan Trussell does. So they're all real people that he's talking to. It's his podcast, but with fucking animated in it. So that last episode with his mom, bro, and it's like his mom died. Dude, that was his mom, homie. Before she died. He had a podcast with her when she was fucking dying from cancer, and like in that episode when he's like talking to her and he's like freaking out about her going and shit, that's like a real conversation that he had with his mom on a podcast when she was like in the last stages of cancer. Like that whole conversation, bro, is like an actual fucking thing. It's fucking, dude. It's like,
That just got me so cold chilled out, dog. Like,
yeah, bro. And it's not even like just a made up show, homie. Like that was a real fucking conversation he had with his mom, and him like accepting her death and shit. Like it's fucking crazy. You should look up Duncan Trussell and like see some of his shit, man. He like in person, he looks really fucking funny, dude. He's a goofy ass motherfucker, dude.
right.
He's hella funny, bro. Like, but that's like some real shit, homie. That's what gets me about that show. I'm like, damn, this is like actual conversations he's having with people, and they just
That just
put all
like
this really cool animation around it, dude. Like,
blew me away, dog.
yeah, man. I didn't even
Because
know that
I've
was him
watched the
before.
whole thing through like multiple
Yeah,
times. I love
he
Midnight
is on a
Gospel.
podcast,
Don't get me
bro.
wrong.
He has a Duncan Trussell like podcast, and it's just conversations he's having with like philosophers and fucking like gurus and shit. Like those are real people,
And then the
you know. It's
final
just like
episode is his
a script,
mom.
you know, that they're talking on. That's why it's so crazy. That's why like what they're talking about is so deep, man. It's not like a made up script
You
that's
know,
being thrown into
you
the
know what
show.
just
They're building the animation around what's going on.
you know what just blew my mind the most about that though?
Hmm.
He's talking to all these people in previous episodes, right? All these smart motherfuckers. Like super smart. But then in the final episode he gets like the knowledge from his mom.
Yeah.
And it's the person who's been there his whole life.
Yeah, and yeah,
Yeah, he's just chilling and walking.
chilling and shit, bro. But when it comes to that conversation with his mom, homie, it's totally different. He's like crying and he's breaking down and he's freaking out, dude. He's like, I don't want to lose you. And she's just like, no, it's okay.
It's okay.
And remember, and that's what brings me back to death, man. That I think about because he says it, and that's his mom before he died. She's like she died like a month or two after that podcast, and she says it, and it's in the show, and she says that she's gone scared, and that he shouldn't be scared either, because she's saying like in the death pools and shit, and now that she's getting closer to the end of her life, she doesn't feel an emptiness going to the other side. She talks about feeling full, that there's something else there on the other side of the field, and it gave her comfort that she was gonna die, you know, and it was different, and she didn't feel like it was the end. She felt like it was the beginning of something else. Like that is
That's
when I think about death,
intense.
I think about that moment.
And see, like that brings a lot of like joy to me because like when I be like I do like astral fucking projection and lucid dreaming and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And so like when I connect to that world, I feel like that is the world of death. You know what I'm saying? And that just adds to my opinion that when I die, I'm gonna be somewhere. I'm not just gonna disappear. And that's my biggest fear in death is just being nothing when I die.
That, yes, it's nothing. It's just gone. It's blank and empty.
Yeah,
But and that's yeah. And I have faith that it's not that. Like I have no faith in God or heaven or
absolutely
anything of
not.
those sorts. But
I
there's
I have a belief that I'm gonna be here when I'm not here, or I'm not even gonna be here, but I'm gonna be somewhere.
there is this theory. I read. Let me find it again. Let me make you a
You know what game you should get?
huh.
It's called Fall Guys.
I have Fall Guys. I just gotta re-download it.
Me too, but that would be the perfect game for conversations like this.
Yeah, yeah, it would be.
Just falling down, talking about death and shit. Yeah, that'd be sick.
But there's this whole theory that, and you know, it's just all theories. You know, it's just like another faith, not really religion in a sense. It's just in the sense that
Here, give me 1 second. I'm gonna take off my hoodie.
do that.
Bet, bet. Okay, as you were saying, one theory.
So, you know the whole thing that energy cannot be created nor destroyed.
Right, it's here.
It's here. It's here. Our energy. We're just fucking atoms, right?
Just
It's just fucking atoms and particles smushed together so fucking tight. And we just got this biological fucking brain that fucking works this shit out somehow. It's crazy. They don't even know how the way the sun fucking works, but it works.
right.
Atoms are so, it's just atoms and shit. So, you know, and when you die, you're not going nowhere. The energy is being dispersed, right?
Into
That
the universe.
into the universe. So in that sense, that
Can I stop you right
I
there?
would really like to fucking believe, but I would really fucking love to believe. It's hard to believe because it's just a lot of, you know, just thought, shit that we can't even fucking prove, doesn't even make sense. But in a sense that we are astral beings,
And
like in the sense like we make our own heaven and hell, we are our own gods, like we are, but we are astral beings that have chosen to live these lives that we are, that we put ourselves in these bodies, and our because you know we got spirits, we got souls and shit. The body may die, but the soul lives on, and in that sense that we are astral beings that choose to go into this fucking past lives and shit. You know, I believe that we've all lived more than one life, and it's all there, and we choose to put ourselves here. You know, we choose to be here to fucking do this,
Right.
and that's what I honestly feel like my own fate is. Like when I think about shit like that, man, that's how I feel about it. It's kind of crazy,
Hell yeah.
but that's how I'd like to view that shit, man.
Well, let me tell you, my view from yours is not very different.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, I feel like death is here for us all, so why wouldn't there be a place for us all after?
Yeah. Yeah. Why would we just absolutely never be discussing?
Right.
I mean, doesn't
It,
it make
it,
sense
it wouldn't.
from before, but also why it would be something more?
No, it makes a lot of sense as to why it would be something more because our whole existence is based around more. We need more money, we need buildings, we need more population. More is all we're ever known. I don't know. It's a hard thing to talk about. Death
It is.
is
It's hard.
is not something that most people talk about, and that's the problem.
Yeah, it really is. But I'm fucking glad that we can talk about it today.
Yeah, I mean, I'm comfortable talking about that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what drives a lot of people crazy. Is like, how can you be comfortable talking about a non-existence? And that's where people are wrong. Is not talking about not existing. Is talking about existing in a different plane.
And that's been a thing.
Angela, you're left.
Scared of get the most out of it. Later, resurrection, but I don't necessarily want to go.
I do. Don't get me wrong. I really do.
If I was like, that's my thing. If I was like good all the way through, like my great grandpa used to say that he was a little scared, but he wasn't completely. It was fine. That motherfucker was conscious until he died.
Right.
You know, like he was there. He wasn't totally out of it. I just don't want to be fucking 85, 90 years old, fucking
N-
sick and bad, like dying.
knowing you're dying.
Knowing I'm dying, but having no control over anything that I do for the next fucking however long I
So
live.
so look, there's a way around that. When when you start to feel like your health is going down, dog, assign someone the right to pull the plug on you. And that means more than just pulling the plug when you go into a vegetation state. You know what I'm saying? That means if you're not doing good for you and you can barely hold up on your own or yada yada whatever, they have every right to say, hey, he's not a dog, but I need him euthanized. Like, he has given me the.
In America, they do that.
Yes,
That's
they
what you're
do.
talking about.
They definitely
Well,
do.
I thought that's illegal, man. I thought
No, no. It is illegal if you do not have a notary for it.
okay.
Basically, yeah, pretty much you have to pre-plan that shit. Let the government know, hey, this is what's going on. I'm at terminal. I'm at terminal illness, and I don't want to be here. And then they'll give such and such person the right to choose what happens.
That'd be alright. I don't think that'd be
I feel like that would be the best way to go. Yeah, you just go to sleep. Just like a dog, man, you see the last people you love. Dude, I'm outside right now, and like there's a whole fucking jet that went from the moon to the like southeast side of the springs, and it looks like fucking beautiful from here. It's like dead ass the moon made a whole trail.
I'm excited, bro. Like, you like stick around and shit, dude. When you get a chance, just stick around. It's so fucking fun being up there.
I don't have no reason sticking around this job. It's not hard.
Oh, bro.
It might get stressful, like you said, but it's not hard.
Yeah, no, it's just
And you know me, I'm used to like asphalt or like
yeah. Well, that's what I was saying. They're like, well, what do you do before this? Like, it's like Bruce asked me the other day, like, what do you do before this? And I was like, electrician work, like I did like all landscaping, like CCS 12-hour days, busting his fucking ass.
yeah, straight up. And I think he's seen that today.
Really?
Cause he came up to me, he's like, really, dude, thank you for your hard work. And that made me feel good. Like, not too many bosses, not too many bosses just come up to their workers and be like, hey, you're really doing a good job. I appreciate you.
Yeah, homie, that's why I stick around there, man. Because like you are that motherfucker when you're like doing good, man. You see other people fall out, and you like sitting up there with like just sufficient food, and you get respect for everybody. The owner's there, like fucking just taking care. Even Bruce, homie, like he was on like Sunday Plus and come back and be like, yo, he's like, I found all these guys in here because of this guy for me.
What?
Yeah, dude, yeah. Like fucking,
I'll tell,
they're like, what do you
bruh.
want, bro?
You
Like,
know what he needs to get there?
huh?
Screwball and jam bams, dog. Oh my god, Eli got me so addicted to these peanut butter jelly sandwiches, dog.
Bro, they sound delicious. Like that's the thing about Front Range, bro. Is they got like their set menus there.
Yeah.
And you know, it's like it's
I can
yeah,
hear you over in the
it's
back.
like shortcuts and you know, make do with what you got.
You're
But
being
like when
loud.
it comes to like
Really loud.
food and shit like that, motherfuckers just eat that shit. But I don't know. The only thing that ever rotates is
Okay.
like their beer taps are like rotated on
It's
like a
3
weekly
o'clock in the
basis.
morning.
Okay.
Later, I'm going to bed.
Okay. Brother's being a fag. He's like, you're being really loud. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. Like, okay. No, not even. Because if it was my mom, it'd be a different story. This man's just awake and hearing shit. Real shit. Dog, I was fucking shit up in team deathmatch before I went to work. Like, what is it? The flood zone? Oh
Oh yeah, Flood Zone's fire, bro.
God, they did not want it.
I had to miss real quick. Well, actually, funny story about it.
All right, sweet. Oh my God.
That feel like such a dickhead, bro.
Why?
Cause man, I get so fucking
What's the wheel?
The wheel is the middle. So you got dude in the middle, and then you got the dude on your left who's on the fryer, and the dude on your right who's on your grill. And I love fryer and four wheel because you have you got more left. You
Right.
get on grill or on fryer. And on grill, you get on the sides, you get
But
the
as the center, you
oh
kind of have to prepare both sides of it.
yeah, I gotta re-bone the chickens,
Literally every single one of
yeah,
them.
haul everything out. And that's the even and it's just such a like Georgia's fucking great. So if I don't even have to haul anything out, it's just so fucking hard. Like dude, when it's like you got like 20 total chickens on your line, and they're like dude, just hanging out in the middle. That shit is so fucking stressful, dude. And then I get like flustered, and then somebody fucks up. Like, dude, I kind of, and I feel like such a dick, bro, because I'm not that kind of guy. You already know how I am, bro. Like,
Yeah, you
like
chill.
yeah, man, and I fucking almost lost. I kind of lost my shit on Jocelyn. That chick who had like the Lazy Bear shirt on,
Yeah,
with the bears on the back and shit, dude.
yeah,
And she like fucked up, and it was a mistake. But like at this point, everybody on their side has been fucking up. Like
right.
it's just all adding up at this point. The seafood
I
adding up to
started to
fucking.
feel when everybody was fucking up too because like the dishes came in way weird.
Oh yeah, bro. Like yeah,
Like
shit gets like people have off nights, and tonight was kind of off night for everybody. That's why I felt like a dick, bro, because I knew she probably wasn't having a good night. Like
yeah,
it's just in that moment, man. I get so pissed off because like it's so hot on that line. That line's like over 100 degrees, man.
right.
Oh my god, it's hot as shit up there.
And you're just back there burning up, trying to
Yep.
figure everything
And
out.
it's just fucking busting all these tickets out, and somebody fucks up, and I gotta remake something. But like, I don't know, man. I just feel like such an asshole for it because she's a chill ass chick, bro. She's
Yeah,
so chill.
Jocelyn
And she's
seems
like, oh,
pretty cool.
sorry, and I'm like, God damn fucking sorry. Stop making mistakes. And like, I do that to some people, and I really don't give a fuck. But people like that, I'm like,
I
calm
shouldn't
down.
have been like that.
Yeah, bro. I was like, that was kind of mean of me because like George was hot at this point. He got pissed off. Like Connie's like talking to her. He's like, oh, cool. He's like, hey, bro. He's like, don't lose your shit. He's like, we need to stay focused. And I was like, homie, I'm like so sidetracked. I'm fucking tired of running this fucking wheel. I'm like, this is bullshit.
Yeah, 'cause I mean, you're running a wheel with no direction.
Yeah, but I do, and that's the hard part, man. It's just I need to get better at it. That's why I was like trying to push through doing delivery, and
Right.
like just keep trying to do it because I need to get better at running a wheel,
I
so I
feel.
can like handle that pressure. You know,
Right.
I'm good at it, way better than I used to be, but that was different pressure because not used to everybody's fucking up, and it being that risky.
Yeah.
So I
Usually
just need to
people
get
fuck
better
up
at
on
it.
slower nights and
Yeah, or like it's one or the other, and I can just handle it. That's why I looked at Georgie. I was like, "Hey, bro," I was like, "You can just," because Georgie's a fucking beast.
yeah.
She'll fucking run wheels, no problem. And then I'll do good on grill side. I'll sit there all night and fucking bust that shit out, and then
So
I'll fly on Monday.
is there like a certain amount of portion you give to everything?
Yeah, it's all well, and that's like the yeah, it's like okay, so the sides,
Like mashed potatoes,
oh yeah, they
reds,
all got
the
the
greens.
monkey shit.
Yeah.
So those you'll just go to the top.
And
Those
see,
are
I
just them.
being the dishwasher spraying, I realized that like only certain dishes go in certain dishes.
Yeah, yeah. Something, and well, and all the meats will go on a plate and shit. But and it's weird because like you gotta put
And the
all
ribs will
the
go into the little trays and yada yada.
yeah, yeah. You'll see as more you work and like see where everything goes. You'll
Yeah.
already start noticing, man.
I mean, I feel like I picked up so much today, dog. Just looking around
And you know what's
and
fucking dope?
visualizing,
That's dope.
like,
Yeah, that's dope. And I'll just start showing you shit, homie. Like just all the shit, like the actual just kind of because it's all honestly generally pretty easy.
right.
Like those some of the recipes are hard. Some shit like just takes like knife skills is the hardest shit too.
I'm
You just
great with a
gotta like
knife.
so like dude like ribs
It's thin slice.
Yeah, man, but it's fucking weird, man. And then like the red beans, like the cut for the red beans is like cut the shit like just like claws, quantities, and velocities, like you know.
See, I grew up watching like Rachel Ray and shit, so I understand a lot of the cooking terms. And like that was honestly my favorite show. Rachel Ray was my favorite show from the time I was like 8 years old to the time I was 12.
It's just different though, because like
It,
yeah, like
yeah,
red beans and
absolutely.
rice, they're chilling though. Like it's like they
It,
just fucking come to a kitchen sometimes and they're fucking fire. Everyone just expects them to be fast.
yeah, and it's not always as easy as it seems.
I feel like you can get vendors online now, like Bayham online.
Yeah.
Dude, I kicked him off the line like 4 times now.
Oh no.
And like he's training and shit, and I like let him get his like thing going on Friday. He just started getting so busy. I'm like, hey homie, sorry dude, we gotta kick you off. We're getting a content meeting. He's like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm like, no, I'm good man. Like it's just fucking it's fun.
Yeah.
And that's
Uh,
the
uh,
funny point is like I can do just as good as you, bro. Like I was when I was in the dishwasher, man. I used this thing by myself and would do not as busy as it was now because it was mostly to those and
mm,
shit like that, and we had lower capacity. But dude, I do everything by myself. I help him all night, and then I go outside by all the trees, do the night cuts, the goose grazing, like all that shit, bro. Fucking, and I do the shit in the suit because it's fucking like comfortable. Like I just put my headphones in and like just be stoned. Like I got so fucking stoned when I was a kid. Like at one point, you're not even like once you just learn where everything is and you're just
you're just
like
doing it.
yeah, and like now I'm starting to do it now because I'm just using drugs for it. Like it's not even
Right.
you know like like I'm just picking up on stuff and just like realizing like oh I
I
can
need to
oh I can
remember
do
to
this.
do my silverware because I let that shit build a couple times today and I was like, fuck, that's a no go.
So what happened?
No, but I understand that it gets super busy, but at the same time, it can't be super busy if they do not have silverware.
Yeah, there's only sometimes where my boss is like, hey dog, you know we have a silverware.
They didn't do that, but they were like, "Hey, we're gonna need this soon." And I was like, "All right, I got you."
Yeah, it's just
And working with Kent, I won't lie. Kent, he's pretty cool.
yeah, he's not a bad guy at all.
And like I was
Like
talking, I don't know. At working with him, it was kind of weird at first because like he kind of talks to himself a little bit here and there.
yeah, he's like, oh,
Yeah, I was just trying to hear him. You know what I'm saying? You told me here, listen out for people talking. So I'm like looking dead at him, and I'm like, "What did you just say to me?" He's like, "Oh, nothing, nothing."
he said, I'm just listening, man.
He's like, "Nothing, man. I wouldn't talk to you. I was just singing a song." I'm like, all right, cool.
Nah, bro. Yeah, he's got a really, when I say listen, I'm talking about like, or like
Like the line yelling over.
or like a waiter or
Yeah.
like going to turn like the actual fucking timer
I,
stuff off.
yeah, I see the timer. I cannot hear that motherfucker.
It's right next to you, bro. He can tap you on the fucking shoulder and you can keep talking.
Yeah, dog. And like I cannot hear the timer to save my life. I tried. I was listening.
Here's the thing. All you gotta do, look, I'll hear the timer, and I'll let it ring a couple times, and I'll yell. But all you gotta do is, cause me and Jordan are loud as fuck. Me and Jordan will sit there, and sometimes
Muffins, muffins, muffins.
we will do it multiple times. Sometimes it'll be like one of the fucking Tony, me, and Jordan all at the same time. Muffins!
Muffins.
Yeah, it's fucking weird. He's like, oh, muffins.
I hear you. But
Yeah.
yeah, I tried like I watched it. I waited for him to go and put it into the oven, and I like tried so hard to listen to the fucking thing. I was telling myself, you're gonna hear the ringer soon. And like, I didn't hear the ringer, but I heard you say, muffins! I was like, what? Yeah. Spraying. I'm probably gonna wear some gloves tomorrow because this shit, my hands are still unwrinkling. Yeah, it's not the same as asphalt hands as I've learned. Th- oh, so it goes from like hot water to just hot grease and shit. Ooh. See, I could, um, y- yeah. Ah, 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 ah. He's like, oh, look at this bird. No. Hmm. Cut that motherfucker off. Yeah. Finger behind the blade. Yeah. Aw. Oof. I- I- Fuck yeah. Oh. That's intense. Oh. Yeah. Oh, don't use peroxide in something that deep, dog. Hi.
You good? I was like, yeah, I just fucked up. Not easy though. Now it's just like a good old stormer.
Hell yeah. Those are always
Oh
good.
man, but what I was gonna tell you, man, talking about that chick that asked me to stay away from her,
It's always.
but I fucking good one night. I came over, like came over that night, you know, like one night. Ended up taking her over the next day, right?
Hmm.
Like to the point I didn't sleep all fucking night, and it was Saturday. What do you think she was getting work tonight?
Hmm. Are you there? Jacob.
Huh?
I don't know what the hell just happened, but that was weird.
No fucking work. Like no work.
Sweet.
But ended up coming over there, running the lines, getting hot all night, actually like fucking getting gallons of 16, 16, you know, sitting there on the line, it's all hot for like 20 minutes. I just thought it was a night now one point. I was like, come on, man. Hell nah, man. I was like, no fucking. At one point, I was tripping that hard, dude. I was like, dude, there's no way I'm on acid working the fucking line at front range. Like, it's so hot. I was like, this is just a bad day. And what she was like, hey, dude, she's like, you gotta get these tickets out. I'm like, fuck, man. Like,
This is real?
dude, it happened one other time before that, dude. I fucking got drunk one night after work because there's this dude Casey that used to work there with me, and it was like the west side. But I guess I took acid at like 2 in the morning, I guess, or maybe
Mm.
4 in the morning, and I took it. But I was so drunk that I didn't even like.
No,
I
you
was like,
took it.
yeah, she was like trying to tell me not to take it, and it was like some dead family shit, bro. Like it was like
Oh.
fire dose that my old homie brought me. It's like a birthday present. He's like, happy birthday, like this is like from your man for you, and I was like, oh fuck yeah, and I just took it all fucked up, dude. Ended up like, bro, I'm like, got done working really late the next day, and I'm like in my bed almost in tears because I knew I couldn't call off, you know.
Hmm.
Like I was like, damn, because like I'm working with my homies and shit. I'm like, fuck, like damn, that's a good idea. I'm like chilling with your mom, end up going into work, and I'm like running because we had a convey station set up out back by Discovery,
Hmm.
like this little mini convey station. I'm like running out there, dude, and
Which is
man,
still kind of there, but not used as much.
oh, dude, I'm like swimming, bro. I'm like, dude, like my
Oh no.
like it was just like a sudden loop in my eyes where I couldn't even see what's in front of me, and it was fucking hot, bro. I was like, like, and like I'm like cutting meat and like serving all this food, but I can't see what's on the table. It's just sweating, and the homie Casey, he watched me take the acid ticket. That was before his work, and he hugged me. He's like, hey man, he's like, are you all fucking good, dude? And I was like, honestly, bro, I was like, I can't see shit right now. And my eyes all stuffed up. I was like, I'm gonna need you nervous. He's like, nah, man. He's like, I got some Ray Bans. You know, like the sunglasses.
Yeah.
So he gave me a pair of Ray Bans, bro, and automatically, bro, it was like just a perfect yellow tint. You know
Like
how
a,
you
a
see like
chill vibe.
bro, automatically everything I looked at was perfect, and I was like, oh, and I was like, I can fucking do this, dude. And like, I'm sitting there at this point, I'm getting it, but I got these really like some big ass sunglasses on, bro. Getting it, I got my hat on and my apron, dude. The owner Brian fucking walks outside, dude. I'm getting it. He's like, hey man, he's like, what are you doing wearing sunglasses? And I'm still fucked up, bro. next to it. I'm tripping, dude. I was like, if you look at the table, and this is the table, at this angle where I'm cutting the meat at, I'm like, you can't see shit. And he like stands where I'm at and looks at the table and automatically closes his eyes and puts his hands up. He's like, fuck, dude. He's like, that is kind of right. He's like, he's not wearing sunglasses.
Didn't even know if that was just your visuals or not.
He's like, yeah, that is kind of right. I'm like, yeah, man.
That's tight. If I play, oh, you added someone to my group, Kez? Oh, I fucks with him. He took me off of break, or he put me on break a couple times today. Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah, brother.
Ah, brother. uh, I'm trying to get down some TDM, dog. Just, I'm just here to kill shit now. Bro, I guarantee there's some fat servers on there. You just go over there.
Yeah, get dope lounge whenever I can leave with this.
Fuck yeah, I'll load over. I'm already